everyone, this is Kona, and what we're going to do here is cover how to compare numeric and categorical data using a box plot. So for this example, our question is there a difference in the average number of hours someone sleeps each night and the grade they plan on getting in Math 170-171? So remember, we are using the introductory mini-tab example data, and this is that handout, the basic methods of comparing data. So for the variables, we're using the hours of sleep, that's our numeric, and that's just the average number of hours asleep each night. And then our categorical data is our grade, A, B, C, D, F, that the person thinks that they're going to get in the course. So how are we going to actually look at this? We are going to come over here and go to Graph and Boxplot. And if you were doing just numeric data, not even multiple numeric data, but just one, you would do a simple. But what we're going to be doing is with groups. And then click OK. So our graph variable, that's our numeric variable. So in this case, it's going to be hours sleep. Now our categorical is that actual categorical variable, which in this case is grade. And then we're going to click OK. All right. So as you can see here, there really is some interesting stuff, right? So it looks like, it appears, that students who plan on getting an A tend to get more sleep overall than students who plan to get a B or a C. Now, if you just look at this midpoint, you've got your median is 7.25, where the median here is 7. But if you look at the bulk of the data, here's the 25% is below here. So it looks like you've got some major outliers versus this is kind of the chunk of the main data. Where here, the overall data is kind of more spread out. So this is definitely skewed because you've got, this long line and then all of the data right here. To where here, you've got your median, the C is at the 6. So here's just an example, Boxplot, you would kind of talk through it. Something else you could do, so I'm doing this separate than the descriptive statistics, but it might also be interesting if you did the stats, display descriptive statistics, and in this case, you would do hours sleep by grade, and make sure, yep, it's just going to give you probably similar Boxplot there, and yep, that looks good. And there you go. So got basically the same Boxplot that we had before, but the interesting thing here is now you have these descriptive statistics that can go along with that to help you explain what you're seeing. So in this one, it is, you should see that the mean is 7.44 for the A, then 7, then 6. So it does look like people who plan on getting an A also sleep more every night than people who don't plan on getting an A. Also, the reason there aren't any D's and F's is that no one in the class indicated that they thought they were going to get a D or an F. But it's interesting, remember, here's your mean, here's your standard deviation, compare that to your median. Well, and overall, your Boxplot statistics aren't as impacted by those outliers. So just kind of some interesting things you can look at, the fact that if you want to have these descriptives, which are probably helpful along with the Boxplot, just it's a good thing to do there. So I hope this helps, and good luck with it.